Hello my friends and party people. Let's make a watermelon feta salad. But it's not like other watermelon feta salads. It's a cool watermelon feta salad. It's got a little bit of everything. It's gonna be creamy, salty, sweet, herbaceous. This is gonna have all the heavy hitters: watermelon, feta, basil, some other ingredients. And we're going to give it a little crunch by making some honey roasted almonds with a little heat. This is going to be simple. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be a quintessential summer salad. So let's dive right in. We're going to start by making the spicy honey roasted almonds topping. I'm going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And then in a small skillet over medium-high heat, I'm going to melt 2 tablespoons of honey until it thins out a little bit. And if you've heard that heating up honey is toxic, that's a myth. It's not true. So Google it. That looks good. I'm going to turn off the heat. And now I'm going to add 1 cup of raw almonds and 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, a generous teaspoon, why not? And I'm gonna stir that all together, making sure the almonds get nice and evenly coated. Perfect. And now the oven is preheated. So I'm going to transfer the almonds to a small baking sheet lined with parchment paper and spread them into a nice, even layer. And you want to work relatively quickly because they do get sticky. This is good enough. I'm going to bake these at 350 degrees for 10 minutes. In the meantime, let's make a super simple dressing for the salad. It's just going to be 3 ingredients: olive oil, lemon juice, and black pepper. Let's start by juicing a lemon. I'm just gonna see how much juice this lemon gives me. Let's pour the lemon juice into a small bowl. I'm gonna make sure not to get any of those seeds in there, any of those pesky seeds. This looks like a good amount of lemon juice to me. It's probably about 2 tablespoons. So now I'm going to add roughly 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And if you are the type of household that has a good olive oil or a higher quality olive oil that is reserved for special occasions, this would be a good opportunity to use the fancier olive oil. But if you're just a one type of olive oil household, no judgment, I see you. And you can really use whatever kind of olive oil you like. The almonds just finished up. Here's how they look. I'm going to transfer them to a bowl. And honestly, this is going to be kind of a fight, but aren't they pretty? And now in a separate small bowl, I'm going to mix together 1/2 tablespoon of raw sugar and 1/4 teaspoon sea salt. Pour that over the almonds and toss to coat. And now I've got some fresh parchment paper. I'm going to transfer the almonds back to the baking sheet and let them cool completely and continue to set up while we make the rest of the salad. And again, I'm gonna try to spread them into an even-ish layer, but honestly, this is good enough. And before we assemble, I gathered some basil that I grew in my backyard. Just went out there and cut some earlier. Here it is. Smells so good. I've washed it and dried it already. I'm going to chiffonade it, fancy. Just gonna roll it up and cut it into thin little strips before we add it to the salad. And I didn't go to culinary school, so please don't roast my chiffonade technique. Look at how bright green. So pretty. So verdant. Dare I say verdant? And I actually ended up popping the roasted almonds in the fridge for a few minutes just so they would cool a little bit faster. And now the last thing before we assemble is I'm just going to roughly chop the almonds. We want even distribution of crunch. We don't want to be suffering through a whole almond. You know what I mean? The time has come, my friends. We're ready to assemble. So I chopped up a giant juicy watermelon a few days ago, and I'm going to add a bunch of it to this big bowl. Next, I've got a brick of vegetarian feta cheese. Not all feta cheese is vegetarian. You just need to check what kind of rennet it's made with. I'm going to crumble this up and add it to the salad. We'll stir that in a second. But before I mix this up, I'm going to add the basil. Now let's give it a stir. So gorgeous already. I'm going to pour the dressing that we made over top and quickly stir that in. And now for a little extra kick, I'm going to sprinkle some Aleppo chili pepper over top. I'm gonna be generous with it. So stunning. Let's finish with the roasted almonds and give this a quick stir. And right before serving, right before I take a bite of this, I'm just going to finish with a tiny bit of black lava sea salt just because I have it and it seems fun. You could use flaky finishing salt or you could skip this step altogether. I'm just trying to be a little fancy. Here we have it. Let's take a bite. Honestly, it's a flavor explosion. It's an explosion of flavor. The cayenne is coming through. Because full disclosure, a watermelon feta salad does always get a little bit watery. The juices, the water in the watermelon does seep out a little bit. And so you're kind of left with this like spicy sweet sauce. And then the herbaceousness of the basil. Ooh, it's doing a lot. It's doing a lot, and it's doing a lot of good for my mouth. I love it. This is a watermelon feta salad that's got a little something extra going on. So when you bring this to the function, people are gonna be like, oh, what's that? A watermelon feta salad? And you're gonna be like, yeah, try it. And then they're gonna be like, whoa, I didn't know. Now I have a newfound amount of respect for you as a person. And then you're gonna say, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. We need to soak up these summertime recipes while we still can. Summer is fleeting, and I'm trying not to think about it. But the omnipresent influence of capitalism reminds me every day because they want me to start purchasing for back to school or my fall wardrobe. And I'm not going back to school. Okay, bye.